those clouds coming off that mountain. Turned out to be a gorgeous day today too. Forecast to snow heavy. In a way, I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted a lot of snow. Pretty much a blizzard is what I prepared for. Hello everybody, this is Nutnfancy, and guess who? Allie the mountain dog. Back in the saddle, healed up from 2 surgeries. This is her first real Nutnfancy adventure in quite some time. She's doing pretty good too. Just gorgeous. Thanks for joining me. And I've come to this location. I've been here before, about 20 years ago to be exact, maybe even more. Didn't really count them. To perhaps build a snow cave. What? A snow cave? We thought you hated those, Nutnfancy. I pretty much do. I'm not a big snow caver. They're an incredible amount of work to make, as you're going to see if I can construct one for you. To do them safely takes some thought. They're wet, they're humid inside. You don't want to get them too warm because then they're really wet. And it's just an incredible amount of TCE, time, calories, and energy expended to make a snow cave. Where would you guys make a snow cave if you're up here with us? And if you've never seen a snow cave made, I think you're really going to like this video. Might be a series, I'm not sure. I'm not really panning all the way around, but from what you've seen, would you go down here and make one? I'll tell you where I would go, and this is where I am going. Right here. Leeward side of a mountain. Usually the wind's blowing this way. So this is kind of a medium snow year. We don't have as much depth as I was hoping for. Once again, I wish it was really dropping hard. What we're going to attempt to do, is dig into the side of this mountain, take my snow shovel, and we'll mound some more up. I'm going to excavate into the side of the mountain. I'm going to make a fire shelf, a sitting shelf, a shelf for Allie, and a multi-tiered snow cave inside, if TCE permits. Time, calories, and energy. I'm going to lose daylight here in just a little bit. I don't mind working at night, but the problem is snow condition. And this is something you want to evaluate when you do make a snow cave. It has to be compactable. These are Allie's tracks she's running around. A good way to do that is just pick the snow up and check it out. I just have the mechanics on because it's kind of warm out right now, which is good for snow caving because I can compact the snow, and that makes it safer. It makes a denser structure. If it's granular, it's too cold, it's powdery, and it just won't compact, it's not great snow conditions. You might want to look for another shelter, one of which could be, I don't know, at a base of a tree. You could take some limbs and just crisscross them, kind of make a debris shelter at the base of one of these large pinyon trees or whatever. I think the snow conditions are good. As it gets colder here tonight though, that snow compactability is probably going to leave me. GoPro battery died, by the way, as I was hiking in. That sucks. So I'm just going to pick up the video right here. Carrying a big old pack rifle too. I bet you that sucker weighs 80 pounds. Water. I'm carrying all of Allie's stuff with me. Food. She's not wearing her pack yet because I'm still being real careful with her hindquarters so she doesn't blow out her ACLs again. And so I got a lot of knives to test too. So big heavy pack. I want to peel it off and get to work. Snow caving in the Nutnfancy project. Wish me luck. I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to estimate probably 3 hours of hard work before it's ready, if it's ready. And I got to see how deep the snow is, and I may bail on it if I find out that that snow right there is too shallow. We'll check it out right now. If I can, I'll take a basket off my snow pole and stab it, and we'll get a depth reading. have a better and stronger substrate to hollow out for the cave. If I really needed shelter bad, I could just dig into the side of it. You saw on the GoPro footage how I was piercing it and checking the depth of the snow. I think around here, before I'm compacting it, I had about 3 feet or snow of depth. Seems like a pretty stable snow mass too. It's not sliding, there's no granular layers in it. Pretty consistent, I like it a lot. If I can just build up the snow mass on it with, yes, a snow shovel, then I can start digging here in an hour or so. Probably more than that, a couple hours is what it's going to take me probably. You're going to need a snow shovel, or at least some way to move the snow, and a lot of it. And then when you get inside the cave, you're going to have a way to carve it out. Small shovel's best, and I really wanted to bring my snow blade. That's a perfect snow caving tool, in addition to this, both of them together. If you're in a wilderness situation though, very limited on TCE, I would think long and hard before I built a snow cave. Just so much energy to make it safe, at least. You see me sinking down right there. I have a lot of benefits with me today. One, I'm starting out relatively fresh. Got good energy. I have snowshoes. If I was like stranded in the mountains without snowshoes, I'd have to spend time making some. That's a huge project in itself. I just don't know how much snow I can shovel on this to make it the way I want it to be. I'm gonna have to move a lot of snow. I wish it had more up here. I was hoping to have like, I don't know, a 7-foot drift on this cornice, but I don't. I just don't know if I have time to move all that snow. Again, I may abandon the snow cave, pitch the tent, which I have in the backpack there as a backup. If you don't have a tent, you should have, I don't know, a tube tent. You can go a natural shelter as well as another option. Time to do more shoveling. Temperature's dropping now. Don't know how long that snow will compact as it gets colder, like I was saying. And as predicted, it's just a huge amount of work. I don't know if you can hear me on the GoPro footage, but I basically want to bring the snow out level with where Allie is and then kind of mound over like a big hump of snow. It's just going to be a lot of shoveling. And I want it compacted again so it's a nice, safe, I don't know, structure for the snow cave. I think I need to go with a plan B though. It's going to be dark soon. I still need to build a fire. I don't have any firewood made. I get into, I don't know, survival priorities. I got lots of warm clothing and some other stuff to keep me warm, but plan B will be maybe taking some snow from this area here, where as a backup plan I can put another shelter, maybe the tent I brought with me. And then over time I'll just be building that snow cave up. I don't really think it's feasible to have it done by tonight. In years past, like when I came here a long time ago, I actually came the night before and mounded the snow and let it settle, and then I had a big old snow mound to dig out of, and that worked really good. I might do that tonight, you know, just mound it up and then excavate it tomorrow. There goes Allie after some chipmunk. I'm about 100 snow shovels into it, tamped down. This is the somewhat more mounded crest line that I have now. Checking snow depth, I just don't know. I don't think I have enough snow. I need the roof of the snow cave to be at least 12 inches thick, preferably 18. That's going to be right around here. And then for living space, I want to have it tall enough to sit down. You know, you're looking at another 3 feet. So I'm looking at, I need another 4 feet of snow on top of this to do it right, to do it safely. And the temperature is probably around, I don't know, 28 right now. Still enough that it can tamp down, but I just don't know if it's worth a huge amount of work. In a big snow year, this would be mounted like this, and it would come out to this tree right here. I've seen it where that tree is covered in snow. That's perfect. Then all I have to do is tamp it down with my snowshoes right here, back and forth, get a nice stable snow mass, and then I start excavating from this side right here. To get that amount of snow though, oh man, that is a lot of work. A lot of work. A lot of time too. I don't know, man. I think I want to bail on it for now. I need more snow up here to make it funner and more worthwhile. This will be like a 2-day project if I stick with it. I think we're going to go bug out to the Nutnfancy Knife Clinic area. Maybe we'll bivouac over there, Allie. What do you say? You want to do that? We got lots of other stuff we need to get done. Knife testing. Maybe some other fun stuff. So I'm going to bail on it for now. Fetch bed. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. Oh, you're such a smart dog. Good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah, I'll roll it up and take it to the other place, huh? Oh, such a good dog. Good girl. Yeah, baby. God, this place rocks. Man, I haven't been here for years. Nutnfancy Knife Clinic. Oh, here we are. TMP pretty much started here in 2008, actually. One of the very first adventures I did. And it was with Allie. All right, this is a great plan B. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Wow. Epic. Your pawpaw ouchie dog? Let me check it. Again, this is why I wear knee pads. How's your paw? Okay? Well, usually if they're licking their feet, they hurt. She might be a little bit tender from the hike in because some of the snow is pretty crusty. So she might have some sore paws. I didn't put her boots on her because I wanted her to have wolf paw for traction. Also, labs have webbed feet, which gives them more flotation in the snow. Yes. Great mountain dog. So, and it's not that cold, so she just went barefoot today. Man, this place rocks. Look at that mountain over there, dudes. That's pure Jeremiah Johnson right there. Quiet. Worth the work to get here. Packing the Eagle 7850 on this expedition. That's a Marlin Papoose 70 PSS rifle coming along. Great survival rifle. Not sure where the hood went on that. May have popped off somewhere. That sucks, because this is really susceptible to busting without it. Although I'm running a Weaver 4-power on it, so I don't really need the iron sights. Big old pack, lots of knives in there, several of which are going to be tested tonight, tomorrow. These snowshoes still rock, by the way. MSR Denali's. God, awesome. This makes getting your tent site so much easier. But Nutnfancy, why don't you make a wilderness shelter? One, I want to be comfortable. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're never gonna be as comfortable in a wilderness shelter as you will be in a good tent. Not me. Time too. And then to make a secondary wilderness shelter, I'd actually have to cut some greens down, and I hate doing that. This is not an ultra remote area, and I just refuse to cut trees down. I'm talking living trees and limbs, unless there's a ton of them somewhere and I really, really need them. That's the main reason why that I don't want to do it. I just wish we had more snow, Allie. A lot more. Today was supposed to be a blizzard. I got snot draining. It's so cold. God, I was hoping for a blizzard. I wanted us to have another 2 feet of snow up here tonight. God, that would just have been so awesome. Allie is 8 years old, by the way. 8. And she's still mountaineering with me. I hope she can keep doing it for another 3 years. If I could get 3 years out of her hiking, I think that would be awesome. I've been running her on the bike lately. Not like I used to. More mellow, shorter distances, and getting her in shape for what we're doing today. She's been doing good so far, but you just never know. Her back end could give out on her again. We have to make a wilderness sled and tow you out, dog. I'm all alone today, other than Allie, of course. Nobody else can make it. Another friend is having some health issues. He couldn't come. Tactical Doodles in college, busy. And I always like coming out middle of the week whenever I can. So, all alone. Don't worry about avalanche danger where I'm at. As you can see, there's really no steep slopes around me. I'm on one of the steepest. I'm on one of the steepest around here. And the way I'm evaluating it, the snow is actually pretty darn stable right now. So the priorities are set up the tent. That'll be primary shelter. Get our firewood going. Start cranking on some knife testing. We've got some chicken to grill out here. We'll pretend we killed a grouse with our awesome Marlin Papoose rifle, and we'll grill it up. Tomorrow we'll probably do some shooting to simulate how awesome a .22 rifle is to have as a survival food getter up here. If I have time and motivation, I might make a trap or two. I'm a little bit reticent to do it, to be honest with you guys, because I don't like showing the whole world how to kill animals, and maybe someone gets that information and they unscrupulously go out and set traps just for the heck of it and kill animals just for the heck of it. I'm not for that at all. It's a survival skill. Only use it when you have no other choice. Man, this area just is insanely cool. Sound of Music Meadow. That's also what I call this place. You want some mixed nuts? Huh? Catch. Maybe throwing them is the best way. You're like a spoiled little princess, you know that? Do a little hard work to come to the mountains. Dad packs up your sleeping bag. I do all the work. And you just lounge around. You got some awesome TMP friends around the world. Do you know that, Darkness? They love you as much as we love you. Silly mountain dog. She's going to sleep in the tent with me tonight. She always does. Hair and all. Just deal with the mess. She's got her dog food carried up too. Probably next expedition I take her on, she's going to have her backpack with her. She'll pack her own food in. Her food bowl and stuff like that. Nothing huge. There's a cashew. Bonus.
Reviewed. Love it.
Big old owl in the distance. That's awesome. You hear that, Allie? It's owls. Those are owls. Nope, you're not going to go get them. You stay. Well, sometimes I get busy, forget to update you guys on what's going on. Got the papoose out. May do a little target shooting again tomorrow. Sierra Designs clip flashlight 2 set up. Snow staked, ventilated, sides pulled out, necessary in the wintertime. All that moisture perhaps to flux out the side with the wind. If I was thinking, I would have pitched this to the east perhaps when the sun comes up. That's good enough. It's a great shelter. In these conditions it'll rock. Heavy snow, like I said in my review back in 2011, maybe not the ideal choice, although I've been surprised what it can take. Tripod set up, lots of camera stuff with me that comprises a lot of weight that I packed in. Some water I packed in. Maybe I'll go over my system tomorrow with you guys of what I brought in. I know a lot of TMPers have asked me, hey man, when you go, I've got the Phoenix P3D on the side of my head. They've asked, hey, when you go snow camping, what's your system? It's going to be very similar to the extended stay series of backpacking videos that I did. The equipment, a lot of it's the same. I'm big on layering. I'm still lightly layered right now. Thermax top, shell, that's all. Let me go to night mode maybe. And then as I get colder, I'll layer up. I've got, I think I showed you, if not I'll just say it now, a down jacket, LL Bean fleece with a windproof membrane in it. Plenty, especially if I put it under the shell. Check out Allie. She is just totally chilling out. Right now I'm setting up for our fire pit. I'm trying to pitch it far enough away from the tent so I don't smoke everything out. And like I was saying when I was thinking about snow caving, there's your snow depth right there. Unimpressive. I would say maybe 14 inches. And instead of going to all the work of building a snow platform, I've just dug down to the dirt with the mandatory must-have in the wintertime snow shovel. Mine see a lot of use. This one is a Volet, I think. Great snow shovel. It does add weight. Winter camping is just heavy, man. I haven't found a way around it. I'm talking backpacking, not snowmobiling or driving up wherever in a motorized vehicle. Packing it on your back. Bulky and it's heavy. So I'm going to go find some firewood. Not going to dick around. I'm just going to fall a piece of dead wood. There's one right next to the camp. Right here. This one here is actually dead. I'm not going to fall that one though. I'm just going to leave it. In case I ever come back here and it's like really bad weather and I don't want to go trekking away. I got to trek like, at this point, a couple 100 yards from the tent to go get my stuff. The whole snow cave thing, I mean, I would still be shoveling that snow right now. And it still wouldn't be done. And now that the temperatures dropped, the compacting qualities of the snow would have diminished a lot, like I was saying. It really, if it was going to be done, honestly, I didn't even want to work that hard. But if it was, I would have had to come up really early in the morning, work all day long. I'm mounding the snow, letting it settle, compacting it, and then excavating it. Always come up with a plan B, maybe even a plan C. You're looking at plan B, the tent. That was not primary, and that's one reason I brought the smaller and lighter weight clip flashlight. I was really planning on caving it first and foremost. So Allie and I are going to be kind of cozy in there. Oh my gosh, look at that moon. I'm just, seriously, I'm always amazed at the epic footage that just happens when I come out here. Look at that moonrise. Did you guys know that every adventure pretty much names itself when I go on it? I don't know what the name of this one will be yet. It'll come to me somewhere, somehow. I like naming them too because then I can reference them, especially if I did some equipment stuff in it. Like this adventure, I'll reference a little bit of snow caving philosophy. Wow. Stunning. Allie, free. You can come out now. We're going to go cut some wood. Okay? You want to come out now? Come on. Free. Come on. We're going to go cut wood. Is that Velcro stuck on you? That is so funny. Okay, come here. Okay, there you go. There you go. Do you have your nice little nap there, dogness? Let's go get us some wood. Huh? Let's go get some wood, dog. Transitioning to the leather glove. Oh, let me rotate that around so I can see what I'm filming. Crank that right about there. Awesome. Got a late start today because I was editing together the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 review. Actually 2 reviews. Did a short one, did a full length full-featured review on the paramilitary too. By the way, this is our old friend, Mr. Sawviver, that I've been promoting since 2008 as an energy-saving way to fell wood in the backcountry. When you're working with your man-portable systems, that is. Dogness, you're gonna have to come over here, hon, because that tree's gonna fall right on top of you if you don't. Come over here, please. Right here, dog. Good girl, good girl. That's a good girl. I'm gonna cut this a little bit higher so I kind of preserve some of the wood for maybe the next time I come up here. Plus, tonight, since it's just me, I don't need a ton of wood. I hate processing more wood than I use. It's wasted energy and wasted fuel. Can you guys even see that cut that I'm making? Make sure you got that blade really tight on your Sawviver. If you don't, the blade's going to pop out of the pins. Been there a lot. Hey, that's Ouchie. You come over here. This side. Come on, this side. Get over here. Feels so right. Sucky part is now I gotta drag it all the way back to camp. You can probably see me better that way if I go on low mode. What a great light this is. Phoenix P3D, the old one. No, I don't upgrade my flashlights all the time. When they work, I just stick with them. Unless you do something really revolutionary. Lighter weight, longer run time. I'm pretty happy with the brightness levels that I've seen out of these lights. And I actually have a lead lenser with me for testing. This sucker's bright. It's a P5R. This one right here. Way bright. Just got a kind of a dirty beam since it's focusable. I'm gonna go run around tonight testing it. It's nice and compact though. Runs on a 14500 cell. It's cool technology. You can live with the beam artifacts. Oh, what a beautiful night this is. I do still wish it was snowing hard though. Sometimes it's fun to have a really hardcore snow adventure. Makes for some sick footage too. Half that sucker in two so I could tow it back to base. You guys got to check out how bright this moon is tonight. One reason I have the light on is so the camera will work, so you can see what I'm filming. It's not necessary though for working. Oh man. Look at this. Whew. Very cool. I don't know if the camera's getting all this. It can't, not even in night vision mode. It's way bright. Allie's eating her dinner over there. She didn't hurt her back leg. She's been walking a little funny. All we can do is what we can do. A little bit of behind the scenes. In order for me to have filmed me dragging that log back to camp, had to leave the tripod and the saw back there. So separate trip to go retrieve them. One of these days I'll have night vision capable GoPros or something like that. The audio on the GoPro, by the way, sucks. At least when it's in its waterproof case, which in T&P it always has to be for what I'm doing. Mounted right here at least. There they are. busted one of those tripods last time I was up here. Snow cruise with Allie, working off a busted tripod. That will be my baton. Oh, that's better. Good job, Leatherneck. It's a nice piece of firewood right there. Look at those sharp edges. This is dead aspen I'm cutting right here. Cold steel Leatherneck. Making firewood, making kindling on a gorgeous alpine night. Full moon. This is splitting better than I thought it would. I still prefer my system. Sawviver and a large survival knife to do the splitting. I have some great axes too. Gransfors Brooks, those are awesome axes. I don't know, I'm just comfortable with this method. I just know how it works. It's precise. It's not that dangerous if you do it right. I think that's one of the dangerous things right there, posting in the wood. Not on this big piece. That's how I cut myself with that Trailmaster, as I was just posting. I call this posting when I set it in the wood, and I had my finger in the way when I did it. That can be dangerous. And then, of course, if you have to hack down a piece of wood with your survival knife, which is a waste of energy, I don't do it unless I have no other option. It can be done though. I've shown it many times here. It's just a lot of work. It's a nice dry night tonight. The fire should come readily. The moisture content on this wood is probably pretty high. It was snowing the day before yesterday. Rain and snow for 12 hours straight. Drizzly. Let's get some small pieces. Come down here a bit. Oh, that's a good tip workout right there for the Leatherneck. Mashing that tip. right through a knot. I'm liking this knife. SK5 steel, about 10.5 ounces. Affordable. It's a full flat ground K-bar we've always wanted, pretty much. Cold steel makes some awesome blades, man. They are hard to catch for price too. Very hard to catch. I don't see anybody else doing it really. Maybe Spyderco with the ambitious, tenacious, persistence line. Those are great knives for less money. Takes about an hour's worth of work to prep for a winter fire. At the minimum. If you want to do it right. If you want to just start it and let your fire go out, I can do that in 10 minutes. To feed it and get it to self-sustaining, about an hour prep for your fuel. That's if the weather's good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Some clean kills on that wood. Boom, boom, boom. Now granted, this is not oak or really hard wood. It just isn't. It's not up here to be found where I'm at. If it was, I'd be using it. Better fuel. It's denser. Burns hotter, burns longer. I'm talking hardwoods. It's kind of a soft hardwood, the aspen. Oh, that's looking sweet, boys. Where's Allie? Oh, she's in her bed again. Yep. Gotta cut that, slice and dice it all the way down, have it prepped. And sod gets old. It just does. It's life out here. Hard work is the life out here. Remember I said I like being alone sometimes? I do. Pretty much started TMP like that. I've been going out and great out of doors my whole life like that. But it is more work. There's no one to share the workload, like I said in Snow Cruise. It's all you, bro. Even if you do have a dog, because she doesn't know how to run the Survivor. Whew. That's brutal. And at an angle too, that sucks. Oh, this is going to be a big piece of wood to open this one up with. Oh yeah. It's a thick blade though. Look at the thickness on it. Bring it. Might be too big of a span. Yeah, that's probably too big. Let's take a bit smaller cut. Bring it more this way. like that. And get more of that tip exposed. It's kind of a short blade. Too short for this, really. There you go. Carved a little seat out in the snow. I'll put my closed cell foam pad there so my butt don't get cold and wet. There's my fire pit dug down to the dirt. There's my collection of firewood at this point. Some more right there. With no precipitation coming down, I have the luxury of just kind of plopping it anywhere I want. I'm not going to spend a lot of camera time showing you fire making. I've done that before. Moonscape, where the air is thin, summer snow, snow cruise, lots of others. Gerber Big Rock. Come on down. Girlfriend's asleep in her sleeping bag. Fire cranked. There's my sitting pad on my shelf. And no matter where I sit, of course, the smoke finds me. Oh, dude. Post hole without my shoes on. I'm talking snowshoes. I'm gonna burn that down to maybe a few coals, and I'm gonna grill some chicken. The way I want to grill the chicken is my wire rack actually, so I'm gonna have to devise a method to cook it. Could use some branches spanning across that snow pit. That might work. Or I could stab it and just cook it manually. What do you think, Allie? Not too interested. Let's see, time is 8:16. The date. It's a nice night out here. I have a full moon out there. That's what the camp looks like. Frost setting in, looking to the fly.